I was 14 then, that strange age, where you stop guessing and start understanding. The house was quiet that night, not asleep, just holding its breath. I remember walking to the kitchen, just to get a glass of water. The floor was cold under my feet. The light was already on. That was what made me stop. The door wasn't fully closed, just enough space for voices. To slip through without warning, I heard my uncle's voice, lower than usual, careful and measured. There were papers on the counter. I could hear them slowly moving. It sounded like planning, not conversation. He mentioned my cousin first, confidently, like everything was settled. Then his tone suddenly changed. There was a pause, then a breath. After he's gone, he's not listed. It took a second to register that he was talking about me. Someone laughed softly in the room. Another voice said, "He won't know." I stood there longer than I should. Bare feet numb, heart beating loudly. In that moment, I understood something. Something important had already been decided. Decided without me ever being asked, or even considered at all. I went back to my room. Without taking the water I wanted, I didn't cry or scream. I did quiet things instead. I memorized every single word. I replayed it over and over, and then I waited patiently. Time did the rest for me. By the time I was 15, I knew exactly where to look. A drawer that stayed locked always. Folders smelling like dust and age. The documents didn't shock me. They simply confirmed what I heard. That night had already told me. The truth had been hidden carefully. So life continued like nothing happened. School, work, growing up quietly. But beneath all of it, a long patience was forming. Years passed naturally without being forced. I didn't rush anything at all. I learned how paperwork really speaks, and how silence protects wrong people. I learned timing matters more than anger, and truth works better when it waits. At 32, I finally walked into a lawyer's office calmly. I carried a calm I hadn't practiced. It had grown there over time. The summons went out officially. Clean, final, impossible to ignore. My aunt was the first to see it and react. Her scream shattered the room, dragging the past into present. My mother followed with panic, questions spilling out uncontrollably, as if fear could undo years, or rewrite what already happened. The lawyer stayed steady throughout everything, opened files and aligned dates, let the evidence speak clearly, without emotion, without noise. That phone call from my teens was no longer just a memory. It was a thread of truth, leading straight to the center. The room went silent again. Not like that night years ago. This silence carried real weight. The kind silence cannot escape. I didn't say very much then. I didn't need to at all. The law finished the conversation.
They started when I was listening.